Alright, what's up, guys? So, Hot T, she has uploaded a video titled Trisha Paytas Won't Stop Talking About Dixie and Charli D'Amelio. I mean, it ain't surprising. Like, the woman can't really do anything else. She figures, oh, let me talk about these teenagers and stuff because they're the biggest teenagers on TikTok, and she's into TikTok, and she's like, oh, I gotta attack the one person on there and stuff. For what reason, we'll never know. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, Trisha Paytas is obviously like, I mean, she's not, well, I wouldn't really consider her middle age, but she is in some sort of like midlife crisis or just an overall life crisis. And the woman just honestly needs someone to talk to. Like, that woman needs a friend. She needs a couple of friends. Because I'm like, you could tell she ain't got no friends. You could tell. Because I'm like, yo, if I had a friend that was carrying on like this, I don't care if it's one of them friends that I hadn't talked to since elementary. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to make sure that they're okay. But yeah, you could tell she doesn't. If people did try to reach out to her and help her out, obviously it didn't work. So it's either, yeah, she ain't got no friends, or her friends is just like, look, we tried and it led us nowhere. So yeah, it's just one of those situations where she's in some sort of life crisis. She needs help. She needs to, like, I think she just needs to sit down and realize, like, hey, I'm not gonna go anywhere with this, carrying on, like, just like how she's carrying on and stuff. So yeah, I think she just needs somebody. Honestly though, if I had, like, I wish I had like a talk show. I hands down would invite her onto that talk show. Knowing her, she'll probably get mad, walk off the set, and then I'm just all like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to fly out Hot Tea from Canada and invite her onto the show. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this or not compilation. I've been reacting to a lot of compilations lately, so my apologies for calling this even though it's not a compilation, but it's gonna probably be a compilation with 70 something 70 something videos of Trisha Paytas talking about these guys. But anyways, make sure you guys go subscribe to Hot Tea, subscribe to her second channel, Ray Rahimi, and her third channel, Build Your Pockets. Her business channel helps you on a lot of different things. Also, she's on Instagram, at Ray Rahimi, and at Build Your Pocket. And yeah, the Build Your Pocket, she be posting some things that people, like, I feel like you should see. Like, definitely, I wish I would have, like, been friends with Ray when I was getting into sneakers. I probably would have had, like, maybe half of these shoes. Probably not even that. I still would have been like, I need help with shoes. Trisha Paytas just needs help. I need help with shoes. So I'm like, can somebody be a friend and let me know? Because I'm like, I just picked up some shoes a couple of days ago, and nobody was there to talk me out of it. So I'm blaming each and every one of you guys, including you, Ray. When you watch this video, I'm blaming you too, because you didn't bother to reach out to me and stop me from buying these shoes. So anyways, but it was some shoes I really wanted. But no, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about TMossBoss firing her manager Jordan and Trisha Paytas not letting go of the Charli D'Amelio drama. But before we get into the
oh man, I might have donated that shirt. But no, Ethan, he had like that love hat he was wearing. I had like a shirt. But it was like glittery and things. Like, if it had just been like a print or something, I would have kept it. But I'm just all like, there's at times where if I doing this because I was eating some fries and a bunch of, how like salt be getting all on you and stuff, and I'll do that, then all of a sudden glitter be all on my hands. And so it was like a good quality shirt. I did like it and stuff. I just wish it was like printed instead of like glittery and things. But that's what I was afraid of. I just didn't want all that glitter all over the place. So anyways,
don't forget to subscribe to this channel, bitches.
Do that.
Oh, and scroll down and give this video a thumbs up.
Dang.
Okay, let's get into
all that?
it. So last week, Page 6 posted an article that said TMossBoss signs with manager David Weintraub. Tana Mojo is looking to expand her online presence and career. Page 6 has learned that Mojo has hired David Weintraub, CEO and owner of DW Talent, to represent her going forward. Yes, you guys, you heard that correctly.
Stuff.
I honestly couldn't believe it when I found out as well, but it is indeed true. Tana Mojo fired her manager Jordan, whom she always believed to be her rock and has done so much for her. I mean, we don't actually know if she exactly fired him, but we do know that she is for sure signed with a new manager. But this is really the last thing we all expected, because it looked like they really cared about each other. Jordan always went above and beyond for Tana, literally taking her to doctor's appointments and waking her up in the morning for meetings and whatnot. Managers normally don't do that shit. He even worked out of Tana's home for a while there. Tana and Jordan have now unfollowed each other on Instagram, and Tana never wished Jordan happy birthday last week, which is really sad because, like, what the fuck? I feel like my favorite celebrity couple just broke up. I don't know why. I'm so personally hurt by this, but hopefully more information will come in the future about what exactly happened between the two. As of now, it is confirmed that Tana has switched over to new representation by the CEO of DWE himself, so that's that. The article
maybe what it sounds like, because I've heard of situations like this before. You'll hear stuff like this a lot in the music industry, and it could just be like, you know, they've grown apart and they just don't, you know, they're not going to work with each other anymore. But definitely if like now, but you've mentioned like his birthday was last week and she didn't say anything about it and they unfollowed each other. Yeah, it's like, who knows, they might have been a couple on the low. You never really know. Like, but no, she was like married to Jake Paul, so I don't know. Me, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with a girl like behind the scenes, but she's public with being in a marriage thing with Jake Paul. So, but it just sounds like, you know, two friends just having their differences and they don't want to be cool with each other anymore. Like, you'll see it a lot where it's like they just and most likely and probably what it does sound like is that whoever this new manager is has offered her no, that's not how management works. No, I got it backwards. I'm thinking it's like a record label or something. No, never mind what I was about to say. But he probably like convinced her though, like, yo, I can bring you into a much more higher standings in your career and stuff. So and then she probably was all like talking about that and things. So that's what it sounds like. Probably told her old manager about it, and then probably a fight might have happened and things, and then they ain't cool with each other no more. That's what it sounds like, but who knows? We'll see when the news comes out. But anyway, probably somebody will come out with a video, but
article said Weintraub currently has a number of brand deals, TV opportunities, podcast, and product lines in development for the internet personality, which he says will elevate her career in 2021. So maybe it's just business, and Tana just thought she could get more opportunities if she switched over to someone with more connections in the industry. I don't know. I hope it's not anything personal.
It's probably like, and that's probably what it is. It's like some businesses that she's been trying to be a part of for some time, and she couldn't with her old manager. Now she got this new guy in the way. Yeah, it's dang, that's messed up. I'm like, well, to the old man, happy birthday to the old manager, happy belated birthday. You know, Tana ain't gonna wish you a happy birthday. I will, but anyways, dang, that is messed up though. Like, but that's, I'm like, you know, you can't really but if it was like something like where it was on his part, he just didn't want to work with her anymore, that could be a possibility too. But that's, I'm like, always like trust, you know, or just, I don't know, I think, because I don't have no managers, I'm like, I wouldn't even want a manager. I'm like, I just do everything on my own. I'll be my own manager and stuff, my own boss. But anyways, I hope the best for them though.
On, let's talk about Trisha Paytas again. Did you really think her latest drama would end up with just one video? No, she had to go on about the situation on the latest episode of her podcast Frenemies with Ethan Klein. They talked about Charli, Dixie, and James for 50 minutes straight. I'm not even kidding you. I was getting so exhausted halfway through. By the way, guys, the backstory to this is way too long, so make sure you've watched my last video on the Trisha Paytas versus the D'Amelias, James Charles, and every other influencer in this world, if you haven't already. Also, apparently, Wendy Williams talked about Charli D'Amelio on her show and called her ungrateful.
Didn't I say that? I swear I said that in the video. How Trisha Paytas is pretty much the white Wendy Williams. I said that, and then sure enough, Wendy Williams goes out and yeah, it says the same, pretty much doing the same exact thing, just calling her out for some stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's clout chasers. Wendy Williams is like, honestly, for those that don't know who Wendy Williams is, I remember when my sister had started watching her like years ago. But she hasn't, like, I don't think she watches her anymore. Because to me, I had to say, Wendy Williams is probably one of the most toxic, like, talk show hosts out there. She's the opposite of Ellen DeGeneres. Like, she'll take stuff away from you. And I'm like, man, I just don't understand, like, how does this woman have fans in the crowd? Like, I never maybe it's just, but it's like Trisha Paytas. Like, she has fans too. But I'm like, man, it's just one of those things where it's like, I remember I tried watching Wendy Williams one day. I remember I tried it a long time ago, and it was just like hurting my spirit. Like, I try to be a positive person, but when I just see somebody just, oh, let me just be toxic to everybody, I'm like, that's, to me, I'm like, I just don't see why. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, yeah, but I was like, I straight up said that stuff not too long ago. I think I did. I believe I did say it. But I don't know. I'm like, I gotta find the video. I can't remember if it was this last video or the video before talking about Trisha Paytas, but I definitely do remember saying that.
They live for the drama. I can't believe her parents, though, don't. I mean, her mother was sitting right next to her. Her father is sitting right next to the other door.
Perhaps she should be a little more grateful, but
Now,
you
you
don't
stay
think she will?
ungrateful and you collect those checks.
But in the podcast, Ethan actually takes Dixie's side for her reaction to the snails she's had. And said that she was set up by the team and the chef.
Her spitting it out isn't her being rude to the chef. He knew that he was grossing her out.
Trisha says the entire video wasn't too serious to begin with, but she just reacted to it because it was a viral video, but Charli and Dixie were consistently acting like brats the entire video anyway.
Maybe they missed the mark a little bit, but like the amount of shit they were getting, I thought was way over the top.
Yeah.
Ethan says that Charli should stop being put on a pedestal because she's just a girl who dances on TikTok and people should just leave her alone. Trisha disagrees with that and says that she's the most famous person on the internet and that her situation just naturally comes with a level of responsibility. I really actually want to know what you guys think about this, by the way.
I see it as this. There's far more, like, better things to talk about than some 16, 19-year-old girls that are just, like, there's so many different teenagers that's most likely doing much more ungrateful or bratty or whatever you want to call it or consider it. There's teenagers doing far more worse. My thing is, like, how come Trisha Paytas don't talk about the Danielle Bregoli girl, the Catch Me Outside girl? Or she didn't talk about that one 9-year-old girl that was kicking Bentley cars. Or was it a Bentley or a Rolls Royce? It was one of them cars. But anyways, you don't see her talk about that. There's like bratty girls actually doing bratty girl stuff, and you don't hear anything about it. But Charli and Dixie D'Amelio, they just upload a regular, to me, just a regular video and stuff, and then they just get the worst of the worst treatment and stuff. So here's the thing. I was watching the Last Dance documentary on Netflix, and it's like, for those that don't know, it's about the basketball team, the Chicago Bulls in the 90s, Michael Jordan, and then like all the other Chicago Bulls members, coaches, owners, everything else. But anyways, so it gets to a point in time where they start talking about like how the media wanted to put like out a negative like narrative about Michael Jordan because they see him as this positive guy. He's doing all these things with kids, has a good sneaker deal, one of the best players of all time. And then the media is like, oh, we gotta like come out with some stuff to overall say some things about him. And I feel like that's what it is about Charli and Dixie D'Amelio. You don't really hear too many negative things about them, so I just feel like that this is either the start or we're in some way. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to no negative things about these guys. I don't pay attention to them at all. But this could be the start to people just being like, oh yeah, let's just find all these negative things that say about them and stuff because they're one of the most positive like influencers on the internet and things. So whoever, like, whatever these girls do, with just dancing videos, it's most likely motivated like younger girls like themselves or girls their age to go out and do the same thing. Like, some people might find it hard to believe, but people find their stuff motivating. You go and put yourself out there. It's like I feel like it's like that with any content creator though. where a fan of theirs will see you as some sort of motivation and be like, you know, if they can do it, then I know I can do it. So yeah, that's how I see it. But I just see it that it's most likely the start of just them being in a, you know, negative, just like narrative from the media and stuff. So that's how I personally see it. But maybe other people might view it differently. But anyways.
Just because Charli randomly got so big on the internet, does that mean she should be forced to grow up any faster than any other 16-year-old girl? Comment down below.
Yeah, she called me out for calling her boring. I'm like, girl, not everyone's gonna get what you're doing. Like, you are boring. You don't dance well. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm allowed to have an opinion. When you have 100 million followers, brand deals with Duncan, all this money, good for you.
Well,
Don't
Trisha Paytas is the fine one to talk, and I'm like, didn't you just do like some other dance? Because my thing is like all the dancing videos on TikTok, they're all the same. Unless you're like the people from Stump the Yard or You Got Served, I really don't see all of the any form of TikTok dancing like entertaining. Like that's why it's like when I see it, I just scroll. Like I need to see some actual. I follow like actual like legitimate dancers on TikTok. They might from time to time do some TikTok dances and things, but they actually know how to dance. But yeah, I'm like the twerking stuff, the Renegades, the Corvette dance, what other dances? Yeah, I'm like, I get tired of it. I'm like, I can't watch this. To me, I find all of them boring, but I'm like, there's going to be other people that like that stuff. So my opinion about TikTok dances, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, nobody's not going to care about it. Nobody's not going to like use me as a reliable source when it comes to TikTok dances. It's just my opinion that I don't like TikTok dances. So, and I think that's just how people needs to say that, you know, rather than making it like, oh, I gotta make this like the headline story of the week. TikTok dances are boring for like, and it's or Charli D'Amelio and Dixie D'Amelio, their TikTok dances are boring. Like, okay, that's your opinion. Other hundreds of millions of people, or not hundreds of millions, but 100 million people find them entertaining, and however many followers Dixie D'Amelio has, they find her videos entertaining too. So, anyways.
expect people to not like critique your actions.
Trisha, saying someone is boring isn't actually a critique of her actions. It's literally just an unnecessarily rude and mean comment to a little girl who's actually half your age. In regards to James Charles saying he's Charli's mentor, Trisha says that that's the #1 problem. And Ethan says that he's just trying to use her.
So he's definitely been like, I'm her mentor, which means that I can use her to promote anything I make anytime I want.
Oh, yeah.
I'm keeping her real close.
I don't know why and how they think James doesn't have one of the most successful careers on YouTube. Like, am I missing something here?
Like, one day, like, we didn't know who James Charles was. Next thing you know, next day, James Charles makeup tutorial, whatever his videos are titled. He's another content creator where... it's like people, you know, others might not like his videos. I don't go out of my way to watch a James Charles video, but people like his videos. He has millions of subscribers. People overall like this guy. So, and yeah, for them to say that he's using the D'Amelio sisters, he had his thing going on long before the D'Amelio sisters. I have to say he's like in the same like category as them, like when it comes to like big influencers and stuff. Yeah, James Charles falls underneath. It doesn't really matter how many followers he has, but he's in that same category as them. So that's how he's big on YouTube. These guys are big on TikTok. So that's how I personally see it. But anyways.
Did his career ever go downhill, or is Trisha just delusional? She also says that she's never been so grossed out by someone's ugliness on the inside, and both Trisha and Ethan called James a narcissist multiple times. She says he's actually very talented and he should stop trying to be an online troll like Keemstar, which I honestly don't think he has been. He was just defending his friend on Twitter. Trisha said...
It is funny how she calls out James Charles for using the D'Amelio sisters, but I'm like, aren't you doing the same thing with Ethan? I'm saying like I don't know, maybe these guys have been friends like long before they did their podcast show together and stuff, but I'm like, Ethan has always been a big channel. He's always been like a big case when it comes to YouTube. Everybody, it was like you might not watch his videos, but you definitely have heard of like H3 Productions. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, no, I haven't really watched that many of his videos, but I'm like, I know who he is. Like, if I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. I know his channel. I know who he is, and I know what he does, but I just don't go out of my way to watch his videos. But you, on the other hand, my thing is like, you kind of had like a thing going on by yourself, but a lot of people just seen it as cringy content. Then you start doing stuff with the vlog squad, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, then more people was like subscribed to you and watching your videos and stuff. You ended up building a fan base with these guys. You did I feel like some of the fans that she has today, they wasn't fans that you made like throughout your career, like without H3H or Ethan and Vlog Squad. Like, you very well was using people throughout your YouTube career too. So don't even play that game with people.
Charli is the real victim in this because she has a leech of a sister,
I thought that
James
was mine.
Charles,
I
as
was
a
all like, whoa,
mentor,
wait a
and
second.
parents who don't say shit to them.
She really is the victim in all this. So Charli, like my condolences.
I don't think she would take that as an apology, but okay, let's
No, I
watch.
wasn't apologizing. I was sending her my condolences.
Condolences, right?
Trisha talks about Charli, James, and Dixie a lot in this podcast, but to be honest, a lot of it is just her repeating stuff she's literally already said dozens of times on both her TikTok and Twitter. Trisha also tweeted at James Charles saying, "Poor parenting on your parents' end, James, for allowing you to be friends with Tati, a middle-aged woman, while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were the victim then, but now Charli is the victim. You being friends with a minor is predatory." Keemstar replied so fast to her, being "life comes at you fast," tweeting a screenshot of a bunch of YouTube videos that Trisha filmed with Jojo Siwa, who I believe was either 15 or 16 at the time, and Trisha was like, what, 30? So yeah, hypocritical much?
Yeah.
In regards to Dixie, they talk about her dancing to Trisha singing the N-word.
I know, I did hear about that. People are getting on her about that. I don't know. I don't know. It takes a lot for me to see something racist. Like, unless you actually look me in the face and call me the N-word or any other, like, racist derogatory names. Stuff like this, I'm just all like, I don't know. A part of me finds it funny, but then another part of me is all like, dang, you, like, I'm more so saying it's like, dang, you shouldn't have done that, because I don't care for that type of stuff, but there's black people that see that and they take it to the heart. So yeah, I don't want nobody thinking like, oh, okay, it's okay to be racist to TMossBoss. He's not gonna care. No, I don't want people to be racist at all. But I am that person where I'm like, kind of like that, not a racist coach like that. I was about to say that. I'm like, no, that does not make any that. No, I'm not a racist coach, but I'm like a coach for racism. Like, I'm just like, hey, don't do that. That ain't good. Do something else, okay? Like, just stay away from racism altogether. But anyways, and I know she wasn't being, racist. She was overall just making fun of Trisha Paytas. But yeah, it's, some people might consider it racism and stuff. And I'm like, she wasn't trying to be. But you guys got to see it as comedy. It's, she's going out her way to say the N-word to some black people, and they even did nothing to her, and she's just flat out being like actual legitimate, like some 1950s type racism, then okay, call her out on that. But stuff like this, I'm like, I just don't see it. It's like, she'll, in like what, a couple of weeks when a rap song that's gone viral and they had the N-word being played throughout it and stuff, it's, people are going to overall dance to it, whether they're going to be white, black, or any other race. But anyways,
someone called me out last time for not commenting on Dixie having done that, but I kind of thought it was self-explanatory that it was absolutely disgusting and ridiculously dumb of her to do that, but I guess I should have mentioned it. Sorry. So literally everyone was on Trisha's side with this one, right? Including myself. Until Trisha called Dixie the R-word. Yeah.
Okay, it's not a low blow. That's like retardation, not to be mean. Like, I don't know, I'll probably get canceled for saying that, but
Yeah,
like there is something a little off with her, right?
Wait, you just called her retarded.
But I think there's something like maybe off with her. Because
Yeah,
there's
but,
no
but
way...
that's an offensive word.
No, but I think there's an actual slowness there.
I can't believe
Wow.
what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Trisha, who are you
Wow.
to say who does or doesn't have slownesses? Also, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure even if someone is intellectually or developmentally disabled, you
Yeah.
don't have the right to call them the R slur. Like, it's a
Yeah.
derogatory term. Maybe they can say it themselves, but you just can't say it. Trisha loves acting like she's so politically correct.
I don't say. Once when I found out people like, it's like offensive to say that word, I try my hardest to stay away from it. It's like when I'm getting really, like if I'm like on my gaming channel, if I'm playing a video game and I'm getting really upset, then I'll say some stuff like, oh yeah, this game's retarded. Like, I hate this game. Like, I hate it with a passion. And I'll say things like that, but but it's out of anger. I just don't go out of my way to look at a person and be like, hey, this, and yeah, it's, you know, it's not cool. Like, that's, yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, I just, now there has been times where I have said, like, people that, you know, like, more so talking on, like, people that be leaving hate comments or hate videos about me, I have called them mental. Like, I've said stuff like that, like, something's wrong with you and things. But to call them retarded, I'm like, yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I might have. If I did, I guess I apologize and things, but I should have, you know, used a much more politically correct term. But yeah, I do, but I, like, now I stay away from it. But I'm like, I'm trying to think. I can't remember if I ever did, but I'm like, I usually just say that they're mental or something's wrong with them in the head. But anyways, yeah, that's crazy.
These days, but then she just like goes off and does stuff like this. I'm just, yeah.
Here's the thing. I think she might be like off. I'm not saying that to be mean. I think she might be off.
You could call her slow, but if you use the R word, it's rude.
I mean,
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't call anyone slow either, but I mean, I guess it's better? Question mark.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Please don't cancel
Well,
me.
it's
I'm
just
sorry.
ironic.
So she did give a half-assed apology, but only because she doesn't want to get canceled,
Exactly,
quote
yeah.
unquote. And also, if she actually was apologetic, she would have just easily asked Ethan to cut this out of the video, but she didn't. So that, I don't
He's
know.
probably
what that
all
says.
like, he's probably like, I don't want to do this all over again with you. We doing one take and that's
You
it.
guys make your own judgments. Comment down below if you want. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That was it for today's video. I am so done with this drama. Hopefully this is the last time I have to talk about this. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I post new videos
Oh,
every
it
single
is.
week. All right, you guys. Bye.
It's like, Ray, I'll definitely see you next week talking about Trisha Paytas. But yeah, Trisha, she's a different case. Something, you know, something ain't right with her. I'll say that much and things. I ain't gonna say that she's slow or, you know, she's mental or something. Although I might have said that before, but I ain't gonna say that she's slow. But I do think that she is dealing with some things that's like, yo, we, like, us as a people, as a collective, we gotta, like, be there for this woman because she's dealing with some stuff. So anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my good friend Ray. Yeah, subscribe to her channel, Hot Tea Ray Rahimi, Build Your Pocket. Follow her on Instagram at Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.